Good evening, this is UTV Live. The Northern Ireland office says it's keeping an open mind on the cause of this morning's fire at Stormont, which gutted the main debating chamber in Parliament Buildings. DUP leader Dr Ian Paisley says he's been told by police that it was started deliberately, but the RUC themselves say there's no indication at this stage that it was malicious.
This amateur video, shot just after the fire was discovered at breakfast time, shows the full extent of the blaze. Hours later, and with up to 15 fire crews in place, a thick plume of smoke was still streaming from the west wing. The main debating chamber on the ground floor, home to the Northern Ireland Assembly of the early 1980s, was completely gutted. Other rooms that were badly damaged by smoke and water. Stormont Minister Malcolm Moss says the fire won't hinder the current round of political negotiations. It's understood the rooms used have escaped damage. The alarm was raised just after 9 AM by 3 RUC dog handlers. Crews had to pump water at least half a mile to fight the flames, and some of the first tenders arriving at the main gate found them padlocked for the holidays. Among those tackling the blaze was Northern Ireland's most senior fire officer.
When crews arrived, we were met by a severe fire in the debating chamber. The buildings closed up, of course, because of a holiday. There was difficulty of access. When crews gained access, they found the fire well developed in the debating chamber. Our first efforts were to surround that fire and prevent it from spreading.
DUP leader the Reverend Ian Paisley arrived a short time later and, after talking to police, spoke to reporters.
They're definitely treating it as malicious. They have set up an incident centre at the far side of the building.
And he said if it did prove to be arson, it would almost certainly have been done for political reasons.
I don't think there'll be much tears in Republican circles over what has taken place today. In fact, there'll be no tears whatsoever.
The RUC's Assistant Chief Constable Bill Stewart has promised a full investigation, but he said there's nothing at this stage to indicate that the fire was started maliciously. It's expected forensic teams will enter the building tomorrow. Meanwhile, unionist politicians have demanded a public inquiry into exactly who had access to the building. The NAO says renovation work was being done, but not in the area of the debating chamber.